are going to be plenty of places in the country where he is going to get what he wants.
Yeah.
I think the question I really have is, honestly, like, let's really look at where we are today, in which, again, if Sochi's right, we could have Texas
Hell no!
We could have Texas redistricting every 2 years. Any state could do that, Democrat or Republican. How is that good for our democracy? I don't want to play the blame game, but where we are right now is demonstratively worse than where we were a few years ago.
Well, we'll have a census in a few years, and then states will have new data through which they'll have to redraw these things again anyway. On the Indiana situation, I guess I see this a little more simply. First of all, it's hardly anything new for a president to be the boss or the leader of their party. It's not new at all. Every Democrat and Republican in the modern era has been the head of their party, and their prerogatives and their priorities have prevailed. In Indiana, you can't have it both ways. You can't say, oh, the people were overwhelmingly opposed to drawing the maps. Well, if that was true, why didn't they show up and vote for the people who stopped the drawing of the maps?
It's a Republican primary.
And
it's a completely different electorate.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Here's the way I see it. When you're a state legislator, when you're a congressman, when you hold any office, every decision that you make, every vote that you cast is then subject to the decision and judgment of the voters.
Of the voters, of
we had
your
an election.
constituents
We had an
who
election tonight,
do not
and that's what happened.
include Republican primary voters. This is the problem.
You can dislike primaries or close primaries.
Wait.
But this is the system in Indiana.
Listen, I'm not saying I dislike primaries. All I'm saying is, what is the responsibility of a representative in this country? A state
to be accountable to their voters.
A state representative, a federal representative. It is, yes, the primary plays a role in the system, but they are accountable to all of their constituents.
I'm with you guys.
So that's
I'm with you. But here's the
how
thing.
it's supposed to work.
If you believe as an elected official that you're casting the correct vote, you shouldn't really care what happens in the election.
That's exactly what happened.
And everybody's bemoaning this.
But you
should also have eyes wide open when you cast those votes, because there are obviously a lot of people in their districts who did want them to redraw the maps.
I just want to say, like, you know, President Barack Obama didn't do stuff like this. Like, he didn't. He didn't go around and try to knock off people in our party. And I just think we're way down a rabbit hole that's not a good rabbit hole to be down. We're spending a lot of time and energy trying to police the Republican Party all the way down to like the state level. At some point, it's going to be, you know, Trump's going to be knocking off dog catchers and county clerks just so he can be the boss of the party. That's really not traditionally what the president.
You can't put this in a silo like it's just.